Matt couldn't believe his eyes when he went to withdraw cash and discovered his account had an extra few $100,000. At first, he thought it was a machine malfunction, but when he accidentally pressed an extra zero and watched the bills spill out one after another, he realized the money was real. In a panic, he stuffed the cash into his pockets and disappeared into the crowd. However, when he got home, he was shocked by the sight that greeted him. His room was filled with dozens of packages of all sizes. Matt had no idea where they came from or what was inside. He sliced open a suitcase at random, but he didn't recognize the contents. In addition to the room being full of ammonium nitrate, there were all sorts of weapons he couldn't even name. The packages contained rocket launchers and countless armor-piercing rounds. He then opened a file bag and found dozens of passports inside, each with his photo but different names. Just as Matt was at a loss for what to do, his cell phone suddenly rang with an unknown number. Matt nervously answered, and the person on the other end told him the police would be storming the room in 30 seconds. If he didn't want to be arrested, he needed to leave immediately and go to the nearest train station for further instructions. Matt looked out the window in a panic, but there were no police on the street below. The caller said the room was full of incriminating evidence, and if he were caught, he'd be charged with terrorism. It seemed Matt was caught up in some kind of conspiracy. At that moment, a flashbang grenade flew in through the window, followed by the police breaking in. Matt tried to escape, but it was an ambush, and he didn't stand a chance. They quickly subdued him and took him to the interrogation room. When he met with the person in charge, Matt insisted there must be some mistake. He had no idea where the stuff in his room came from and that he was definitely a law-abiding citizen. To his surprise, they didn't suspect him at all and were certain he had been framed. The police had already thoroughly investigated him. The officer in charge told Matt that he wasn't the one they were after, it was his twin brother, Mark. This is a very exciting suspense thriller movie called Eagle Eye.